Simulation games are one of the most varied and popular genres in mobile gaming. Well, we get a good dose of them every month, which are mostly driving and shooting, but every once in a while we get some real innovative games as well. Today we're looking at a dozen of them that came out so far in 2023 for your Android and iOS devices as well. Coming away from the same developers of OffRoad Outlaws with a 5 out of 5 literally on the Play Store. At number 1, we have, since a month ago, something over here called American Marksman. American Marksman over here, you'll see in a second, is a hunting sim, online and offline, open world shooter mostly, maybe just the most advanced and detailed compared to any other game on the Play Store. That's also a free game. It's taking you down about 300 megabytes initially, and because it is downloaded over 1,000 times since last month, well, it's now rated to a 4 out of 5, which is precisely what happens after a while. It's a really good game. Coming up behind that, it is Life I Brasil. Actually, a open world realistic driving sim, somewhere a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, another part just car driving online, the sim game from a month ago. Except this one takes place in Brazil and a little more mission based. Anyway, this game is playable offline. It's about 700 megabytes in size and a 4.8 out of 5 it's rated on the Google Play. It's also available on both platforms. Sitting on the Play Store with almost 50,000 downloads and a 3.8, technically speaking, a 5 out of 5. Literally, it is either rated 5 or 1, and the people that have actually given it a 1 on the Play Store are just mad because the game doesn't really run on the devices or it's not smooth. So you go and make sure you don't run into the same problem, because this game takes you about a gigabyte storage, and it's one of the most detailed train sim or train sim operator games on the Play Store. It's playable online and offline, and it is free. Sitting on the Play Store with over 5,000 purchases in less than 2 weeks, we've got over here now finally Settlement Survival, awarded by Google as the #1 sold sim game for the past month. This is a strategy quite a bit inspired by the PC game Banished that is now ported to mobile. Settlement Survival, the same thing, is now sitting on all platforms as of a couple of weeks ago and takes you down about $6. It's about 600 megabytes in storage, it's playable offline, and this is a huge game in nature. This is really how it looks. Number 5 with over 1 million downloads since a few weeks ago. This is a biking sim race online and offline game going by MX Grau, which has to be either the best motocross game of the past decade or else I don't know why it's getting so much attention, but either way, it's a free game, quite legit in gameplay. Like, if we're talking not graphics, but accuracy and smoothness, it's a 10 out of 10 in most ways. Anyway, game's free and it's getting updates and patches. I've heard even a DLC option in the coming days. Coming from the same developers of Airplane Flight Plus, a flight sim with over 10 million downloads. At number 6, we have Lease Officer Sim, an offline open world action driving and shooting police sim, downloaded only 1,000 times since last weekend, sitting on the Play Store with a 4.5 out of 5 and free all the way. See, you don't just chase cars and run around with guns and stuff, you have the ability to go on seas and in chases and even fly with helicopters. Game smooth, it's amazing, and about 100 megabytes initially. Number 7 we have from the same people who brought Car Crash Simulator at the end of last year. The best car crash sim on the Play Store in terms of physics. We've got over here from 2 weeks ago the company's newest release, an even better game in physics, graphics and replay compared to that, sitting on the Play Store with a literal 5 out of 5 and almost 5,000 downloads as an online/offline game for free. It's about 400 megabytes in size, and this is how it really looks. Coming up behind that at number 8 from earlier this year, we have a Truck Sim 2023. This is probably the most promising delivery sim of 2023 released so far. I mean, we do have some really decent truck and bus, huge mobile games released for the past few months, but nothing really like this one lately. It's a realistic open world online/offline driving sim with weather shifting, realistic physics, and a ton of missions to go through, in addition to a wide variety of real trucks. It's a good game. If you like gangster life games, like the old Crooked Life with Godfather game elements and stuff, we've got, for those of you from last week, something going by the name Gangster Rage. Not really a sim or one of those AAA or PC ported games, but a pretty decent top-down shooting, driving, action, and management sim, gangster life sim. To any of you who remember Gangland from a decade ago or even more, this is exactly that, but in mobile. This game's free, about 50 megabytes in size, and downloaded only 50 times. It's a really underrated game. Number 10. With over 100,000 downloads, we have OffRoad SUV Driving. Well, I think precisely what just the title suggests, an off-road offline SUV mission-based driving sim. Pretty much what you'd expect from an off-road driving game, albeit this one has a weather shifting system, some nice little car physics, and even a destruction system. It's free, takes you about 150 megabytes initially, it's playable offline, and is ranked with a 4.6 out of 5. Taking you down about 300 megabytes in storage. At number 11, we have Fishing Elite, an online fishing sim. I'd have to say the most realistic sim I've had hands on for a while. Not just fishing sims, but sims in general, and probably the biggest in content compared to the rest of the games in the list. Fishing Elite is a free game, pretty easy to get the hang of, chasing, chilling, if you prefer even competitive PvP, with over 200 fishes to learn and catch for completing missions. If you like truck driving physics-based sims, we've got one of them here with a bit of extra challenge, a game called Ice Road Truck Parkinson. Technically an online game from last week that's downloaded over 1,000 times only, with a 4.8 out of 5 on the Play Store, in which you'll drive pickups, oil trucks, freight trucks, and even double-trailered road trains. It's a really challenging game, it's actually free, got a career mode, some in-app purchases for better parts, and a nice range of customization options for a little bit of a kick. And last but not least, we've got over here City Ambulance Simulator 3D, accurate and law-based sim, one of the most accurate in the list, where you have to respect every law there is while you're on your way to a rescue. All the traffic laws, medical supply, and first aid or driving skills, and car physics. It's a great game, it's free, although playable online only. It's taking cues from literally every single ambulance sim that's on the Play Store, about 60 megabytes in storage, and has been out for only a few days. It's a really good game.